Hey, one more thing before you go. What do you get when you have three strangers who share an obsession with true crime who suddenly find themselves actually caught up in one? Stay tuned. When we come back, Diane and I are going to have a conversation about a brilliant program that's showing on Hulu from the mind of Steve Martin. This is That Thing About Only Murders in the Building. Welcome back. A Hulu original, streaming on a weekly basis, is Only Murders in the Building. It follows three strangers, Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez, who share an obsession with true crime and suddenly find themselves wrapped up in one when a grisly death occurs inside their exclusive Upper West Side building. This is One More Thing Over the Teacup, Friday, with Michael and Diane. I'm Michael.
And I'm Diane.
Welcome to the show. The premise of this show is the trio suspects murder when something happens. As I said earlier, they employ their precise knowledge of the crime to investigate the truth. Obviously, you're going to wonder what the precise crime is, so we're not really going to give you too many spoilers, but I can tell you that each one of them has a very unique gift that they contribute to this whole investigation. So as they record a podcast of their own to document the case, the three unravel complex secrets of the building which stretch back many years. Perhaps even more explosive are the lies they tell one another. Soon, the endangered trio comes to realize a killer might be living amongst them, possibly even one of them, as they race to decipher the mounting clues before it's too late. There are 5 episodes in, of 10 for season 1, and they've just got renewed for season 2, which, in my opinion, is fantastic news. What do you think, Diane?
Yes, absolutely. I really enjoy it. It's a great show every week.
We just reviewed Ted Lasso at the last one of these, and obviously that's like amazing, but I'm really starting to love this show. It might be my number 2.
Yeah, I think so. It's growing on me.
I know that I wanted to see it long before you did. When I started seeing the trailers, I thought, what a combination. How are these three individuals going to fit together?
Yeah, it didn't really interest me as much. I just couldn't grasp the idea of the three of them in the show together and working together. Just it seemed off to me, but I'm glad I gave it a shot because I think they had me hooked by episode 1.
Yeah, it's very intriguing because when they first released it, I think we got to see 3 episodes right off the bat, which I see that as a trend on some of these streaming programs. You could get a big dose of it, like we said in the other episode, Ted Lasso. You get a big dose of it to hook you like a movie. So it made an extended pilot. And then you go, yeah, I'm here. I'm with.
It's a brilliant marketing plan on their part because it seems to work on us with every show.
What I like about it is it combines the young and the old. And it makes it very unique because we've watched Steve Martin and Martin Short through our lifetime. We're obviously older individuals. We have kids. We actually have kids that are Selena Gomez's age. And they watched Selena Gomez early on as they were growing up. From my perspective, at least, it's a unique way of combining the fact that we watched her grow up, not just watching, but we watched her grow into who she is now. But then again, we watched Steve Martin and Martin Short the whole time too.
Yeah, I think that's why I was iffy about checking it out. I like Steve Martin. I like Martin Short. I know they've been doing a lot of stuff together over the years. I can take them in small doses. So I was like, I don't know, a whole show with them. Personally, I really started watching it. You kept trying to talk me into it, but I really like Selena Gomez. And so that's really why I decided to tune in. But I have to say, Steve Martin and Martin Short have grown on me. I love these characters. I think that the three of them together are really dynamic, and it'll take you by surprise.
Yeah, I agree. It's a situation, and we'll get into that in a few seconds here, but the age range is from 29 years old to 76 years old. So when you look at that, you go, how is that really going to work? And each one of them have a comedic perspective in their careers, in their own, but it combines really well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Steve Martin is a great writer for sure. And we've known that before. This isn't his first one
No.
he's written, but he seems to, in my opinion, he grabs every layer that there should be. So,
Well, that I know that I've seen him a couple of interviews that he's had on the late shows and even on, I think, GMA as well. But he had talked about the fact that he had this stewing around in his head for quite some time
mm-hmm.
and didn't know if he was going to write it or not. And then he met his producing partners and the other person that created it with him. And from that perspective, it kind of grew. I think, let's see if I can see it in my notes again. I'll have to look it up again, who the other partners are. But yeah, he decided, let's do it. And here it is. So what do you think the best part of the show is? Because, again, in the beginning, you weren't sure, but then something hooked you.
I think it's just that the story is so, there's different layers to the story, and there's kind of something around every corner. And yet there's also a lot of comedy in it as well. But you can tell that, as we're, like you said, we only watched up to 5 episodes, but even in the first 3 episodes, you get this feeling that all 3 are hiding something of their own, along with this bigger mystery that they're trying to find clues to. And it's just very layered. I don't know how else to explain it, but I don't know if that's my favorite thing. I think that's what got me.
Well, I think part of that contributes, at least from my perspective, and I think you'll agree, is the chemistry between the actors seems to be brilliant. I know I use that word a lot, but I believe it 100%. They work really well together. Selena being the 29-year-old as the youngest, and then Steve Martin, the 76-year-old, as the oldest, and then Martin Short being 71, actually.
Yeah.
So let me tell you a little bit about each one of them. Selena Gomez, most of us know her from Wizards of Waverly Place, Hotel Transylvania, Monte Carlo, and Spring Breakers. Steve Martin is the quintessential comedian. He's been on TV and movies and on stage. He's got a very unique sense of humor, as we all know. He's resonated across generations, even at 76. Steve is known from Father of the Bride, The Pink Panther, The Jerk, Saturday Night Live, LA Story, Roxanne, The Three Amigos. He's also starred along Martin Short with several of those. Martin Short is 70, a lifelong comedian in both TV and film as well as on stage. Most recently, he was in Schmigadoon, which is on Apple Plus. Really great show, too. You have to go check it out if you have Apple Plus or Apple TV. Excuse me, not Apple Plus, but Apple TV. Saturday Night Live, he's been with The Father of the Bride is with Steve Martin. Part 3,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was in part 3, The Wedding Planner.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, he was so funny in that.
Yeah. The Big Mouth, The Simpsons, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and there's just so many more. So the chemistry between all 3 of them, I think, works so well together that it takes the story forward and you really get involved in the characters, which, again, the brilliant writing, brilliant casting, even with the rest of the individuals that are there. And I think that it's really a unique opportunity for us to understand generations of comedy coming together.
Yeah, I was really surprised that their comedy styles, well, obviously Martin Short and Steve Martin have worked together for years, as you said, but throwing Selena Gomez in there, I just wasn't sure how that was gonna work. But all 3 of their comedic styles really blend.
Yeah, they blend really well together.
You get to really, you kind of, well, at least for me, I kind of felt different things about each character at first. Martin Short's character, I just wanted to shut up at first, like just stop talking. But he grows on you, and as the story unfolds and shows you why he's like he is and why Steve Martin's character is like he is, and same with Selena, you get their backstory, and then I just found them all endearing. Like, I love these people. I want them to figure this out.
Selena, so you guys have a kind of a general idea. Selena Gomez plays a character that she's a mysterious woman that lived in the building years and years ago, and we find her back in the building. And ironically, shortly after she's back in the building, there's a murder. Steve Martin is a retired actor that everybody knows in the area in New York. He was on a show called, he played a detective on a show called Brazos, and that is he misses that so bad. That's what wants to get him back in. And Martin Short is I won't say washed up producer, director, but he's had some far-fetched flops, Broadway shows within his career, and he's looking for something to grasp back onto again. So each one of them have secrets within their past, and each one of them want to get past that, and each one of them have just a unique perspective on how to solve this crime, which is, pretty cool. So I know that there's only been 5 episodes so far, and we're excited about each one of them. Again, as I said earlier, they're up for a second season, which is great. Within the 5 episodes, do you have a favorite?
I don't know. They really blend into each other. So I want to say maybe episode 3. I think that's when they started really finding different clues. And I think that's when it starts really picking up and moving forward a little bit. But I can't really say. I really like them all. I enjoy the show a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a favorite yet. We're still obviously in the early aspects of the show, and we don't want to give any spoilers away, but tonight's episode, it airs on Tuesday. I won't say tonight's episode. Right. We watch it in the evening.
Tonight.
Yeah, it airs on Tuesdays each week. So
this is not Tuesday.
This is not Tuesday. We recorded it, and then we went back to watch it. And you can catch up with the episodes if you have a Hulu subscription. Is the only way that you can watch it. But it's well worth it, trust me. The episode that we watched today has a couple of spoilers in them and so forth. Let's talk about saggy bottom balls.
Let's not. Oh.
Yeah.
When they started that one, I guess it was just unexpected, but it was great. It's great.
Yeah, what is you see I won't say the renaissance is a good word, of the comedy, the comedic expertise between Steve Martin and Martin Short in this particular scene. And
it almost made me wonder if it was an ad lib.
Yeah, it just popped in and they kept it because they worked together in movies. So they worked together in TV. They worked together on Saturday Night Live. They worked together in so many different things. In a stage show, they did a stage show as well within themselves. And I think they got a special on might be Netflix. I might have to go back and research that. I think they had a special on Netflix for a while. But they work off of each other so brilliantly that when this thing started, it just rolled along. And I think you're right. It probably was an ad lib because they were having fun with it. So
it's really great.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So you gotta pay attention to episode 5.
5.
Right. What's your vote? You think it's a keeper? Oh. Is it something we're going to keep watching? Is it something that everybody else needs to watch?
Yeah, it's a keeper, and I'm glad you talked me into watching it. I was very unsure, and I thought, you know what, you can just do this one without me. I'm good. I got lots of other stuff to do, and I don't know why. I think we were watching something else, and it had just ended, and you just popped it right on. You're like, we're watching this.
Because I've been dying to watch it.
Sitting here.
Yeah, just really, they've got trailers on IMDb. If you're really interested, go watch the trailers on IMDb or look them up on YouTube. They've got some trailers on there as well.
Yeah. So, and if you're unsure like I was, just do it. You'll enjoy it.
We got a couple minutes left. So, Diane, this is one more thing before you go. So anything that you want to share, a piece of wisdom in regard to this show?
I think I just did. Sorry. I jumped the gun.
You just did. Well,
if you're unsure, don't be. Watch it. It's worth it. You'll enjoy it.
From my perspective, I've been wanting to watch it since the first time I saw the trailer and the commercials that they had on TV. And I thought it was good. I loved Selena Gomez, and I love Steve Martin and Martin Short. And they work brilliantly again together. So again, you have to watch it. You have to subscribe to Hulu. If you don't, then you should. We're not an affiliate of Hulu. We're just saying that this program is absolutely 100% worth it. Only Murders in the Building is found on Hulu. It releases every Tuesday. Stars Martin Short, Steve Martin, Selena Gomez, Aaron Dominguez, and Amy Ryan, and a whole slew of cast.
What's the last name? Dominguez, maybe?
Aaron Dominguez. Yeah. Selena Gomez. Aaron Dominguez.
It's
What
late.
did I say?
So Dominguez?
Sorry, Aaron.
We have got to stop doing this at
yes.
night, at bedtime.
Yeah, it's Aaron Dominguez. Sorry, Aaron. And Amy Ryan. This brilliant piece of work was created by Steve Martin and Joan Hoffman. So thank you for joining us on One More Thing Before You Go over the Teacup Friday with Michael and Diane. We really appreciate you. Please make sure that you subscribe and or follow. It's free. We can be found on YouTube. We can be found any other podcast listening platform, your favorite actually, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Pandora, you name it, we're on it. You can find it there as well. Please download our app on the App Store and the Google Play Store, where you can access One More Thing Before You Go anywhere you go. It is free. We appreciate you. Support us if you like what you see and what you hear. Buy us a coffee. Or tea. Or exactly, this is Over the Teacup session, so buy us a tea. New episodes for One More Thing Before You Go on Wednesdays, and Fridays we have these special episodes like this. I'm your host, Michael.
And I'm Diane.
Michael, have a great week.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks for listening to this episode of One More Thing Before You Go, a unique conversation about life. If you like our show and want to know more, check out our website at beforeyougopodcast.com. That's beforeyougopodcast.com. Tell your story, share your expertise, contribute to the blog, and subscribe to the newsletter. You can find us as well as subscribe to the program and rate us on your favorite podcast listening platform.
And one more thing before you go. Have a nice day, have a nice week, and thanks for listening.
One More Thing Before You Go, a unique conversation about life podcast, is a creation of One More Thing Productions, established 2010, all rights reserved.